Hey, what's up, guys? Count Chocula here, coming to you from the PC test server for DC Universe Online. I'm back on my PC character, Count Scrubula. I am spec'd for Celestial DPS right now, and I did make some changes to my loadout. Earlier, I had made a video with doing a melee DPS loadout for Celestial, and I've made a few changes. It seems like the Plague combo into Divine Light power is working, so I've got that on my 4th spot on my loadout bar. Plague, that is. You don't have to have both powers from the trees on your loadout to do the combo. It will go ahead and register the combo if you do it correctly, as long as you have it assigned in your power tree. But you don't have to have it on your loadout bar. So what I try to do is do the Plague, tap melee, tap range, hold melee, and go into Divine Light. Very difficult to pull off in an actual content battle. Now, as you can see here, this isn't a pre-made group or anything. I just saw Divine Goddess, Celestial Healer here on the PC test server, shouting that she needed roles for the new Tier 5 Trigon alert, Trigon's Prison. So I went ahead and joined the group, kind of hung around for about a half an hour. As you can imagine, it's very difficult to get other roles while you're playing on the PC test server, because naturally everyone is trying to find out the new power. They're trying to demonstrate the new power and test it out and practice with it, and I'm doing that as well. So unfortunately, we have 3 DPS, and I believe they're all Celestial, and we have a Celestial Healer trying to do this for the first time, and I'm going into this blind. I did watch a short video that I skimmed through on YouTube, so I knew what to expect a little bit, but as you can tell, we do not have a controller, so I kind of feel sorry for our poor healer right now, not having anyone to give back power. But we do have supply drops, and later on I do get some cola maxes. Unfortunately, it's hard to make the higher tier colas on the PC test server, so most of the time just running with extremes. So here we are. We're just first battle here. You just going down the corridor and you assist one of the Fearsome Five, which is Jinx, and I think it's random each time you run it. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe I overheard, I do believe I remember them saying that it is random and it could be different each time you run this. So basically, we're just helping Jinx there fight some of those spirits, those possessed spirits in the corridor. Now here we go. We're getting our first look at a Trigon image here in this alert. I believe this is the first boss battle where you have to fight a prominent family of Gotham City, and here's the Robinson family. Now, I had heard on the hero side that it's a different kind of family, like a villain family, and I believe it's and the name's escaping me, what the family is. I think it's the mobster family, and I just for the life of me can't remember the name. So anyway, I know it's different on the hero side. So this is actually a pretty tough battle. Doing my best to do these celestial combos. I'm using a one-handed. I normally don't use one-handed DPS. When I play on the PS3, I usually using a rifle. I don't use melee a whole lot when I DPS. So there I got a combo off. But one of the problems with Celestial DPS is the combos are kind of easily interruptible. So I really hope that they add a channeling mod to one of the powers, especially Plague or Divine Light, because it's kind of difficult to get off during a fight because it's a 3-move combo. So I mean, it's fairly easy to get off the smite combo. That's just a tap melee, and the same goes for the blight is pretty easy to get off to admonish. It's basically you cast blight and then you tap melee, tap range. I mean, you have to have the timing right. I think it's based on the animations. I've been talking to a few people about it, and to be honest, I don't know a whole lot about it. But some people say that it's dependent. You have to kind of time it around the animations. So as you can see, I just screwed up one of the combos there. I held range instead of tapping range, trying to do the blight moves to go into corrupted admonish. So you can always tell when you mess up the combos because you'll actually do the weapon move, and you want to try to avoid the weapon move, obviously, when you're trying to do the combo. So anyway, that was the first boss battle, and it looked like it dropped some healer gloves for me, and I believe they were level 85. So, you know, 85 weapons do drop in here. Off the normal trash mobs, you're still going to roll need or greed, and I did see like some level 81 to 83 stuff drop. But on the boss battles, right there, some 85 gear drops in here. So we're doing fairly well here without a controller. There, I kind of was careless. I went ahead. I got pounded on by a raging spirit, and they hit pretty hard. I've seen them do some crit damage up to about 600 to 700. So there we go. There we go. We just got some loot off of a trash mob. It was actually a shaman necklace. So, and we're still fighting our way, you know, trying to make our way to Trigon here, and we just you know, run into demons here. This guy's pretty tough, so I'm kind of trying to be the tank of the group a little bit. It's kind of hard. Oh, we've got Doombringer here with a staff, and he seems to be pretty good at it, so I think he's doing the majority of the damage. Like I said, I'm still trying to get the feel of the Celestial DPS, but so far I'm having a lot of fun with it. Can't wait to try the healing in a actual organized group. So that's probably going to be my next main focus, is to concentrate on the healing aspect of the power. So here we go. We got some more trash mobs. We see another familiar villain from the DC universe. That's Mammoth, one of the fan favorites from the Fearsome Five. The Fearsome Five are actually introduced in DC Comics back in the early 80s, and they may have been created by either Marv Wolfman or George Perez. I know George Perez was the artist and writer of the new Teen Titans at the time that the Fearsome Five came to be in the DC universe, which was the early 80s, which really revitalized the Teen Titans series back in the day, because I remember Teen Titans, it wasn't really a popular series, and George Perez kind of breathed new life into it with his epic artwork, and they really got into developing the characters and really had some epic storylines. So if you're a comic book fan and you're not familiar with the Fearsome Five, you want some great storylines, go back to the early 80s. Try to, you know, go to a comic shop and see if they've got some back issues of the early 80s of the new Teen Titans. Make sure they're George Perez. You know, look inside. Make sure that George Perez is the writer-artist, and you won't be disappointed, because some of the classic new Teen Titans storylines come from that era of that comic book. So anyway, enough about the comic book talk. There we assisted Mammoth. You have to actually clear the rubble out to the path is blocked with some boulders, and you have to actually clear the path of the corridor to get to the next spot, which you're actually fighting two of the sons of Trigon here, and I believe it's I see Jacob and Julius, so I believe these will be random. I believe there's 5 sons of Trigon in total. So don't quote me on that. I think it's 5, and they all have a, they all have a name start with J. It's like Jesse and Jacob and Jared. I think Jack might be one of them as well. I'm not really sure. There's either 4 or 5, so I think they may be random bosses here. One thing I forgot to look at is the feats for this alert. Maybe I'll do a video kind of running down some of the new feats for the DLC. I think that would be kind of interesting to look at. So anyway, we can see it looks like Julius is definitely brawling. He just did the brawling range block breaker on me there. So looks like we're gonna try to focus fire on Jacob. It's probably smart to try to pick a target here and focus fire, especially if we have power running low, as you can see. Yeah, I have my doubts about doing this without a controller, but I was itching to get into the new content, and sometimes beggars can't be choosers. You have to kind of go with what's available to you, and unfortunately we didn't have a controller. I know my podcast partner Vagrant is he's a pretty beast controller, but he wasn't on at the time, unfortunately. So damn you, Vagrant. If we fail this, it's all going to be your fault. I'm going to blame it on you. So anyway, I'm just kidding about that. So anyway, we've almost got Jacob down here. These guys do hit pretty hard, so my hat's off to this divine goddess for keeping us alive with a new healing power. So I mean, that's a pretty good heal right there. I got healed for almost 1100. There's a 1400. Doing an excellent job keeping us alive with very little power. I mean, I did drop a supply drop and an accomplice, so all of those home turf amenities really help. Looks like we're about ready to take Jacob down here. We're just all kind of melee DPSing him. It's going to be the new age of melee DPS with Celestial, I have a feeling. So I haven't really looked into what the range capabilities are for that DPS power class. So that's going to be something else that I look at here in the next day or two to come. Might make an interesting video. Alright, so there we go. We got some marks there. Took down Julius and Jared. So we've got some more lesser demons coming down the hallway here as we make our way, slowly grind our way to Trigon here. Yeah, these demons are actually, they're actually pretty tough. I got off one of the smite to haunt combos. I know haunt is a good range DPS move, but I do like the smite is like a quick cast, and it does combo. Haunt does combo from smite, so I guess it's more of a versatile power. You can use it for melee or DP or melee or range, excuse me. So here we are. We're got another look at Trigon here, so I know we're getting closer. Okay, here's kind of a blast from the past. The Avatar of Sin. They've brought this character back. That's from early Metropolis when you are leveling up. I believe Avatar of Sin is one of the bosses you have to beat while you're leveling up. I think it's over by the Metro Hospital as well. So we're gonna see what improvements they've made to this character. They've improved on the look. There's no doubt about that. And my hat is off to the development team, whoever is in charge of making the environments. They really made these. They really made this Gotham Wasteland theme this hellish look. They made it look really cool. And not only did they improve the look of the environment, they really outdid themselves improving the look of the model of some of the demons and the styles and everything. So once again, my hat is off to the development team on there. It's a lot of the demon models for the sins definitely have an improvement over when the game first came out. Kind of that cartoonish look that some of the demons had. So I think they're definitely ramping up for some of the graphical improvements that's going to take place when the PS4 launches. It's going to put it up to par with the PC, so I'm really excited about that. So here we are. We're still battling with the Avatar of Sin here. It's a pretty tough boss. It's got a lot of health. Doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot of damage. It's kind of awkward to fight because he's flying around a little bit, and it's not really a stationary target. As you can see there, I just got a charm of the divine light, I believe that was, or maybe divine might. I think that might be a DPS trinket there. So, and I think it was level 85. So that's pretty exciting. Even though you're going to be able to get the ones out of the vendor, you might be able to save yourself some marks of reality off the bat there to maybe picking up some of that stuff that's almost equivalent to what's going to be in the vendor in the actual content. So here we go. It looks like we're in Trigon's prison. We see Cersei there. She's probably up to no good. And we see Wonder Woman. So I believe we're going to have a battle with Wonder Woman here. Now this is Trigon, and it's a little disappointing that you don't actually fight Trigon as the final boss. He's more of a room mechanic here. He definitely looks awesome. I mean, they definitely outdid themselves on the look of Trigon, but I'm a little disappointed that I found out that you don't actually fight Trigon. That, like I said, he is more of a room mechanic. I believe he just fireballed me as I said that. Maybe he heard me talking about him, but he scoops up some of that lava there and he'll fling it at you every once in a while. So you also have to watch out for the fist pound. Now I see those gears that we can activate over there, and I don't believe we do. I think someone in just one of our team just did, or maybe that was maybe that was Cersei that did that. I couldn't really tell, but I was more just focused on bringing down Wonder Woman than I was with the actual room mechanics. As you can see there in the background, you don't want to be over to the right side of the screen very close. You want to keep over more toward the center or to the left, to the back side of the battleground here, because Trigon's got a number of mechanics that he can damage you with. He's got the AoE ground pound. Looks like he's got the laser beam eyes, and like I said, he also flings the lava at you from time to time. And there's the fist. It almost hit me. I was pretty lucky. We do have one of our DPSs down here, so hopefully I can get to him. And somebody put a shield up. That was kind of nice. And don't think I got to him in time. Can't really tell. Now we have Wonder Woman down to a certain health, so we got some lesser demons spawning here. They don't seem to be very tough. I believe Trigon picked Wonder Woman up and is holding Wonder Woman in his fist right now. Yeah, he's got Wonder Woman like trapped right now in his hands. That's kind of a cool little mechanic they added to the game. I don't really feel comfortable being this close to Trigon, but I don't believe he's doing any of his attack mechanics. Let's go ahead and see what happens here when we take out the rest of these demons. They have quite a few of them spawn, and I don't know if they keep spawning or not. Alright, there we go. Wonder Woman's back in the fight. So we're going to have to be aware of the... There, I just got hit by some of the AoE damage from Trigon's fist pounding. Oh, yeah, he doesn't look like he's a happy camper right now. So, and there he is. He's flinging some of the lava at us. But we've got Wonder Woman almost down. So, yeah, so far this hasn't been too difficult. And keep in mind we are running low on power. So, and there we go. We took down Wonder Woman. So let's see what's going to transpire here with the storyline. And Trigon swatting at Cersei. It looks like Cersei has activated some sort of shield that's going to keep Trigon from entering, or keep Trigon from escaping the prison. So, kind of interested in seeing what kind of drop I get here. Because everyone, remember, I believe at Game Update 29, everyone gets their own loot on bosses. So no more rolling on loot from boss drops. So there we go. Headline complete. Trial of Trigon. Says go to Gotham Wasteland. I was second in damage. I didn't do too bad with Celestial DPS for my first time, so I'm kind of happy with that. Hats off for Doombringer. He did a really good job of dealing damage. And it looks like I got some 85 dual wields, so pretty nice. It's dropping 85 weapons. So, all right, guys. Well, that's a look at kind of a rough look at the new Trigon prison, the new Tier 5 alert for the DLC Sons of Trigon. So this is Count Chocula, and until next time, I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching.